Welcome to Solo Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called Hello, Baby Beluga. This book is written by Darrin Lunde and illustrated by Patricia Wynne. I look forward to reading this book with you today. Now let's get ready for story time. Hello, Baby Beluga. Hello, swimming animal. What is your name? My name is Baby Beluga. I am a whale. Oh, Baby Beluga is so cute. Baby Beluga, what do you look like? My skin is dark gray. Later, I will turn white like my mother. This is Baby Beluga's mother, and she's white. And he is dark gray. Baby Beluga, where do you live? I live in the cold ocean. I breathe through a hole in the top of my head. He has a hole on the top of his head where he breathes. That ocean does look cold. Baby Beluga, do you make any sounds? Yes, I chirp like a bird and moo like a cow. I can make a loud whistling sound. Can you make the sound of a whale? Baby Beluga, what do you eat? I eat fish and I drink milk from my mother. Baby Beluga eats fish and drinks his mama's milk. Baby Beluga, how do you sleep? I float on the water to sleep. Wow, it's amazing. Okay, good night, Baby Beluga. Baby Beluga says good night. The end. Thank you so much for reading Hello, Baby Beluga with me. Please like and subscribe so you know when I'm going to read my next story. Have a beautiful day. Just a story time. Today we're going to be reading a book called How Do Dinosaurs Learn Their Colors? This book is written by Jane Yolen and illustrated by Mark Teague. I look forward to reading this fun book with you all today. Now let's get ready for story time. How do dinosaurs learn their colors? Dinosaur colors start with red. A red fire truck tucked under the bed. Do you see the fire truck? Yep, it's right there. A purple towel left on the floor. A green sign taped to the bedroom door. Do you see the purple towel? It's right there. And the green sign? The dino is in. A blue robe thrown across two chairs. A pink ball bouncing down the stairs. Do you see the pink ball bouncing down the stairs? That's right, it's right there. Yellow bananas right by a plate. Mmm, bananas. Brown circles all around a date. I wonder what date that is. White chalk marks on an old black slate and an orange backpack. Don't be late. Do you see the orange backpack? Good job. It's right there. Rainbows here and rainbows there. Dinosaur colors everywhere. I love rainbows. What's your favorite color? Mine is red. The end. Thank you so much for reading How Do Dinosaurs Learn Their Colors with me. Make sure to like and subscribe so you know when I'm going to read my next story. Have a beautiful day. Welcome to Solo Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called Llama Llama Red Pajama, story and illustrations by Dewdney. I hope you enjoy this book. Let's get ready for story time. Llama Llama Red Pajama. Llama Llama Red Pajama reads a story with his mama. Mama kisses baby's hair. Mama Llama goes downstairs. Llama Llama Red Pajama feels alone without his mama. Baby Llama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Llama Llama Red Pajama calls down to his llama mama. Mama says she'll be up soon. Baby llama hums a tune. Llama Llama Red Pajama waiting for his mama. Mama isn't coming yet. Baby llama starts to fret. Llama Llama Red Pajama whimpers softly for his mama. Mama Llama hears the phone. Baby llama starts to moan. Llama Llama Red Pajama listens quiet for his mama. What is Mama Llama doing? Baby llama starts boo-hooing. Llama Llama Red Pajama hollers loudly for his mama. Baby llama stomps and pouts. Baby llama jumps and shouts. Baby llama's having a tantrum. Llama Llama Red Pajama in the dark without his mama. Eyes wide open, covers drawn. What if Mama Llama's gone? Oh, he's sad. Llama Llama Red Pajama, weeping, wailing for his mama. Will his mama ever come? Mama Llama, run, run, run! Mama Llama comes running. Baby Llama, what a tizzy! Sometimes Mama's very busy. Please stop all this llama drama and be patient for your mama. Little llama, don't you know? Mama Llama loves you so. Mama Llama's always near, even if she's not right here. Llama Llama Red Pajama gets 2 kisses from his mama. Snuggles pillow soft and deep. Baby llama goes to sleep. The end. Welcome to Story Time. Today we're going to be reading a book called Grumpy Monkey. This book is written by Suzanne Lang and illustrated by Max Lang. I look forward to reading this book with you today. Now let's get ready for story time. Grumpy Monkey. One wonderful day, chimpanzee woke to discover that nothing was right. The sun was too bright, the sky was too blue, and the bananas were too sweet. How could bananas be too sweet? Jim was confused. What's going on? Maybe you're grumpy, suggested Norman from next door. I'm not grumpy, Jim insisted. On his walk, he met Marabou. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Marabou. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Marabou. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy, me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. But look at how you're standing, Marabou said. It's true, said Norman. You're all hunched. So Jim loosened up. Then he ran into Lemur. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Lemur. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Lemur. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy, me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Your eyebrows look grumpy, said Lemur. It's true, said Norman. They're all bunched up. So Jim raised his brow. Look at him raising his brow.
Then he tripped over Snake. "Oh no," said Norman. "That's the last thing you need when you're feeling so grumpy." "Grumpy, me? I'm not grumpy," said Jim. "Then why that frown?" said Snake. "I think it's because he tripped over you," Norman whispered to Snake. So Jim put on a smile. Finally, Jim looked happy, but he didn't feel happy inside. Everyone wanted Jim to enjoy this wonderful day. "You should sing with us," said the birds. Jim didn't feel like singing. "You should swing with us," said the monkeys. Jim didn't feel like swinging. "You should roll with us," said the zebras. Jim didn't feel like rolling. "You should stroll with us," said the peacocks. Jim didn't feel like strolling. "You should lie in the grass. You should stomp your feet." Everybody's telling Jim what to do. "You should take a bath and make a splash. You should hug someone. You should laugh. You should take a nap. You should eat old meat or some honey. You should jump up and down. You should sit in the sun. You should dance." But Jim didn't feel like doing any of that. "Why are you grumpy, Jim?" asked the others. "It's such a wonderful day." "I'm not grumpy," shouted Jim as he beat his chest. And then he stormed off. Jim felt sorry, a little sorry for shouting at everyone, but mostly sorry for himself. "I guess I am grumpy," Jim sighed. And just as he was starting to feel really sad, he came upon Norman. Norman was slumped. His eyebrows were bunched up, and he was frowning. "What's the matter? Are you grumpy?" asked Jim. "No, I dance with porcupines," said Norman. He has porcupine quills in his butt. "Are you okay?" asked Jim. "It hurts, but I'll probably feel better soon enough," said Norman. "Are you still grumpy?" "Yes," said Jim, "but I'll probably feel better soon enough too. For now, I just need to be grumpy." "It's a wonderful day to be grumpy," said Norman. Jim agreed. And he already felt a little bit better. That was a good book. The end. Thank you so much for reading this story with me today. Welcome to Solo Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called Rainbow Crow, retold by Nancy Van Laan, illustrated by Beatriz Vidal. I hope you enjoyed this book. Now let's get ready for story time. Rainbow Crow. Oh, that's pretty. Long, long ago, before the two-legged walked the earth, the weather was always warm and the animals were always happy. They look happy. But one day, something happened to cause the earth to grow cold. Tiny crystals, glittering like diamonds, drifted down from the sky, covering earth with a sparkling softness. What is that coming down? The animals seeing snow for the first time were not afraid. But soon the snow deepened and Mouse disappeared. The tip of his tail was all the animals could see, and they began to worry. Then Rabbit disappeared. The tips of his ears were all the animals could see, and they worried more. There's the ears, there's the tail. At last they gathered together in a clearing deep inside the forest to talk about the weather. What was needed, they decided, was a messenger to travel at once to the great sky spirit and ask him to stop the snow. But who would be willing to leave Earth to visit the distant place where the sky spirit dwelled? Who do you think's gonna volunteer? Possum said, "Owl is the wisest. Perhaps he should go." But no, the animals whispered, he might get lost in the light of day, so Owl should not go. Then Beaver said, perhaps Raccoon should go. But no, the animals argued, he might follow his tail instead of his nose, so Raccoon should not go. Then Skunk said, perhaps Coyote should go. But no, the animals shouted, Coyote is clever and loves to play tricks. He might chase the clouds or swallow the wind. So Coyote should not go. Who's next? Scritcha, scritcha, screecha, scratcha. Yippa, yappa, yow, yow. The noisy animals screeched and howled because they could not decide who should visit the great sky spirit to ask him to stop the snow. And so the snow grew deeper and deeper and deeper, and the small animals climbed on top of the tall animals so they would not disappear. Look, everybody's climbing on each other's back. Suddenly, down from the top of the tallest tree flew Rainbow Crow, the most beautiful bird on earth, who called out to all the animals below in the sweetest voice of all birds, and he sang, I will go, I will stop the snow. And the animals, happy at last to have Crow as their messenger, chanted a song to praise. Rain, Rainbow Crow, stop the snow, Crow, fly to the sky high. Rain, Rainbow Crow. Then high up into the sky flew Rainbow Crow, far above the snow and the winds of the earth, way beyond the moon, the stars, and the clouds. For 3 days Crow flew, until he came upon the great sky spirit, who was too busy to notice. So Rainbow Crow began to sing, O great spirit in the sky, you rule the earth from way up high. You make the creatures large and small. You are the ruler of us all. You make the trees and flowers grow. You cause the wind and clouds to blow. You make the rain, you make the snow. You make the cold on earth below. O great spirit in the sky, for you I sing this lullaby. The Great Spirit stopped to listen. Never before had he heard such a sweet voice sing such a beautiful song, and he told Crow to choose a gift. Now Crow knew that far below on earth the snow was getting so deep that soon all the animals would disappear. So he asked this Great Spirit to stop the snow. The Great Spirit replied, No, Crow, I cannot stop the snow, for snow has a spirit of its own. When Snow Spirit leaves the clouds to visit with his friend, Wind Spirit, the snow will stop, but earth will still be cold. So Crow asked the Great Spirit to stop the cold. The Great Spirit replied, No, Crow, I cannot stop the cold. All I can do is give you the gift of fire. Fire will keep you warm and will melt the snow so that your friends will be content until warm weather returns. The Great Spirit picked up a stick, put a bit of fire on the end of it, and handed it to Crow. I will give you this gift but once. Hurry, fly back to earth before the fire disappears. Off flew Crow. The crow has a stick with fire on it. On the first day, as Crow flew down, showering sparks of fire darkened his tail feathers. On the second day, as Crow flew down, the fire burned brighter and the stick grew shorter, and all of Crow's feathers were covered with soot. On the third day, as Crow flew down, the fire was so hot and the stick was so short, the smoke and ash blew into Crow's mouth, and his voice became cracked and hoarse. Caw-caw! And when at last Crow returned to the clearing in the forest, all the animals had disappeared. Only the tops of the tallest trees could be seen, their branches sprouting through the deep snow. So Crow flew down, close to the pale, pale ground, around and around until the fire melted the snow and his friends were safe. He's flying around and around, melting the snow. And this tiny stick of fire became the grandfather of all fires, and for this all the animals on earth thanked Crow. They danced and chanted a song of praise. Kind young brave Crow saved us from snow, flew to the sky high, brought back fire. Now just plain Crow, no more rainbow. That's because he, instead of being a rainbow, he's black now from the fire. At last Crow, all alone, flew off to a distant tree where he wept. He was no longer beautiful. He could no longer sing a sweet song. His rainbow feathers were gone forever. When Snow Spirit emptied the clouds and joined Wind Spirit, the snow stopped, but Crow still wept. The great Sky Spirit heard Crow and came down from the sky. And when he saw Crow, he said, "Soon the two-legged will appear on earth. He will take the fire and be master of all but you. For being so brave and unselfish, I give you the gift of freedom. The two-legged would never hunt you, for your meat tastes like fire and smoke. The two-legged will never capture you, for your beautiful voice is now crackly and hoarse. The two-legged will never want your feathers because your rainbow colors are now black. But your black feathers will shine, and they will reflect all the colors on earth. If you look closely, you will see." Then Crow looked, and he saw hundreds of tiny rainbows shining in his black feathers, and he was content. The Great Spirit returned to his home in the distant sky, and Crow happily returned to his friends in the forest, proud that he was now Black Crow, with shining feathers full of tiny rainbows. There's a crow. The end. Thank you for reading this book with me, Rainbow Crow. Now please share with your friends and subscribe so you don't miss any future stories. Bye.